Footballers should pick their next move wisely in an era where you're craving a chance in the senior team. And if you're at an elite, top level club, then opportunities are few and far between. So it looks like Brighton have signed Arsenal academy grad Cozier-Duberry. Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode. And today we're going to be looking at Brighton's new 19-year-old signing, Amario Cozier-Duberry, and why he left Arsenal to move to Brighton. We're going to be looking at his strengths, weaknesses, and what Brighton fans can expect positionally from the player. So just quickly, if you are new here, my name's Antonio Mango and I scout, analyse and break down all the best upcoming wonder kids in world football so you don't have to. So please hit the like button. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe at the end. So just for this purposes video, I'm going to call him Amario just because it's quicker, easier and more efficient. So we're going to be looking at his early life, looking at what got him into football, and then looking at his strengths and then weaknesses and what you can expect at Brighton. So Amario was born in London, grown up in Tottenham. He went on loan to numerous different London clubs, but none of them signed him on. He went on to join Cheadle Court Rangers when he was 8 years old, played all the way through to the under-11s and the under-15s. He actually won a tournament with them in Enfield, which sparked interest from Arsenal scouts, who offered him a 10-week trial, which obviously he accepted because you're not going to turn that down. And after the 10 weeks, they signed him into the Hale End Academy at the age of 14 in October 2019. Amario instantly impressed through his attitude, his technical ability, and he signed his first professional contract with the first team in early 2022, taking the number 85 shirt. He was then involved in matchday squads against Zurich, West Ham, Everton, Brentford and Manchester City, but his home debut for the senior team came in a friendly against Juventus. He was an absolute powerhouse in the Youth Cup last season. He started all of Arsenal's 6 games, scoring 5 goals and providing 3 assists. But after hard deliberation, he decided to leave Arsenal on the 30th of June after turning down a new contract, and he signed for Brighton on a 4-year contract. Amario has also been a standout candidate for England at youth level, representing the under-16s all the way up to the under-19s now. So we're going to break this down into a couple of categories. I'm going to talk about his positioning and awareness, and then his technical ability, and then his weaknesses. But as you can see from the image on the screen, he's extremely versatile, and that just speaks volumes for his in-game intelligence, but his technical ability as well. He's predominantly played most of his youth career on the right-hand side, but if you can see, he's played as a left winger, an attacking midfielder, even as a defensive midfielder at times, central midfielder, and he's also played a couple of times as a wing-back. That just goes to show his maturity to adapt in different formations and systems. He's definitely been his most prolific as a right winger, and one of his idols growing up was Arjen Robben, because he had such a wonderful left foot, and you can say the same about Amario. 22 goals and 7 assists from the right wing in 43 games. So in truth, Amario is a real creative force. He's capable of getting into dangerous positions to make things happen. He's happy on either wing, but he thrives when he's got the freedom to move inside, but also create width as well. What I like about him, he's best suited to a fluid team. You'll often see him trading positions with the forwards, other midfielders, as he adopts the inside right position where he looks to get on the ball. Amario is a powerful runner who uses frightening pace and accelerations in different ways. You'll often see him constantly look for balls in behind the opposition defence. If they push up higher enough and leave space, he will exploit that. But this also causes a huge threat. So you'll often see the opposition pin back their defence because they're afraid of leaving space because of his acceleration. What I like about him, he's already mastered the art of checking his run, looking as if he's going to run in behind before coming back and dropping into the space he's just created where he can receive the ball. That means he receives the ball in space, and this just encourages the dribble. He's got that inclination to drift into space. You'll often see him come into the inside channels where he can pick up the ball and create moments. But where he's excellent is where he's the type of player who prefers to receive the ball out wide, having the time and space to assess the situation while taking his first touch and isolating his fullback or whoever it may be, trying to challenge him and beat them either on the inside or the outside. An absolute master and powerhouse in those situations. So his offensive excellence hinges on precise positioning and strategic timing. His intelligence is marked by exceptional decision-making off the ball and situational awareness. He's constantly on the prowl for space, so any space that's available, he will exploit. His understanding of the game is terrific. He knows when to peel out wide where he can receive the ball and isolate his fullback, but he also knows when to come inside where he can look to combine with teammates. So he's got the tendency to drift into new and unexpected positions, means he's extremely difficult to track. So his vision and his spatial awareness allows him to orchestrate plays effectively. What I love about him, he's clearly worked on adding a goal threat. When players progressing on the opposite side, you make late runs into the penalty area as he strives to look for space where he can get on the ball. So he shows real good intelligence getting into good goal scoring positions. So the vast majority of his goals inside the box come from first time finishes from close range crosses. Still needs room for improvement, but the potential is there. So off the ball, he's got everything in his locker. He can peel out wide and receive in space and have the confidence to beat his man. He can come inside and combine with teammates, but he can also drop deep, pick up the ball and cover a large amount of grass. He's unbelievable in transition phases. So what's he like in possession? Well, one of my favourite things about him is his ability to receive the ball on the half turn. Even when he's under pressure in tight spaces, he's got excellent close control. He's got flashy pace. He's got wonderful agility, excellent balance. He's quite small. He's got a lovely low center of gravity, and it allows him to be creative and elusive in his dribbles. So the first thing you'll notice about him on the ball is his dribbling skills and his exceptional technical ability. He's definitely not the most dominant physically, but what he lacks in physicality, he makes up for it in explosiveness, his dribbling ability, and his overall presence in the attacking third. With his productivity and creativity, puts him among one of the best, most creative dribblers in youth football. So when he's playing on the right, his profile is typical of a modern-day winger, cutting inside on his left foot, looking for opens of shooting opportunities, but also passing opportunities. Comparisons to Ian Robin have been made, but I think he's progressed to a point where those comparisons are quite inaccurate. And that's because he's a two-way dribbler. He loves to pull wide and isolate his fullback, and he's got the ability to go on the outside as well. So his technique and his speed help him excel in many different kinds of dribble. He carries the ball well in open spaces, but keeps the ball close under neat and tidy control in tight spaces. He's excellent in one-on-one duels, close at the touchline where he can isolate his fullback, and his carries allow him to go inside and outside, so it makes him extremely unpredictable and difficult to defend against. Dribbles have such conviction. He's blistering quick pace. He's an agile dribbler. He's got the blur of body feints and drop of the shoulders. Every movement seems to have purpose. Every step over is measured. Every turn is intentional. Brighton are really getting an exceptional transition creative player. Amario has brilliant close control and dribbling ability. When he isolates his opponents, he uses step overs to draw his opponents in before swiftly just knocking the ball either side and bursting past them with an explosive burst of pace. but it's almost always on his left foot. He's extremely dangerous when he comes in field and looks to play chip balls towards the far post or seam runners where he can deliver a through ball. He's also extremely comfortable receiving on either foot, which makes it extremely difficult for opponents to anticipate which way you'll go. So this means he can take the advantage of the defender stepping out to challenge him because he can preempt the challenge. One of his greatest strengths is his awareness, and he's adept at making split decisions based on consistent scanning of his surroundings. So he's comfortable working in tight spaces, and he's an exceptional dribbler. Means he's extremely useful against deep defenses, but you'll often see him peel out wide, receive a pass in space before bearing down on the opposition fullback. So naturally, the opposition fullback want to show him on his weaker foot on the outside, but that doesn't discourage him. He's got the ability to nip past them and dart across them. He dribbles, make him a formidable opponent. Amario almost always looks to create. He's dangerous when he's playing through at kill balls, which he likes to do. However, the attention of detail needs to improve, so his weight of pass. Sometimes he can underhit or overhit the pass, but the intentions and the idea, don't take that away from him because he's got the right intentions. He wants to create and he wants to look to punish the opposition by playing oncoming runners through in on goal. Amario has great vision and he's extremely ambitious with his passing, so he attempts through balls quite frequently. He's a moments player. He wants to make moments happen. In some instincts, in moments, he's unplayable. Like when he's on it, and he always wants to make things happen, and that's the greatest strength of his. He's absolutely fearless in his dribbles and his passing ability, but his ability to combine with teammates and his vision to switch the ball is exceptional for a young talent. It must be so easy to play with Amario because he understands his teammates and understands the aspect of positioning. When he's playing in the front three, he looks to come inside and combine with teammates with intricate passing moves, and especially when he's closer to goal. In that way, they can pass the way through deeper blocks. But he's also got that ability to make supporting runs, looking to get beyond the fullback or just receive in tight areas because he's comfortable with the ball at his feet. But inside the box, he can be lethal. It does need a bit of improvement, but when he, like I say, when he sees an opening, he doesn't hesitate. He's got the ability to shift the ball quickly, either one side of the opposition, and shoot with both feet with power and accuracy. Needed no time or little space, but he's another winger who excels as a left footer of executing the ball into the inside and executing it into the far corner. Sometimes defenders know exactly what he wants to do, but are absolutely powerless in stopping it. So what are his weaknesses? Well, defensively, he still has much to work on. He can be slow to react to the point of pressing opponents, and that can hinder their defensive shape. And also, he frequently positions himself in advanced areas, and that means he can get caught out of possession easily. He has great energy and enthusiasm when he presses, but he needs to be more intelligent in the angles in which he presses in. Sometimes when he's pressing, he makes it too easy for the opposition to play around him. Also, on the dribble, he's extremely left-footed. You'll often see him just caressing the ball with the outside of his left foot. This can hinder him in the dribble somewhat, especially when he's looking to create optimal angles to off-balance opponents. Leads us on to nicely using his right foot for a dangerous through ball or crossing with his right foot or even finishing with his right foot. He doesn't look so natural and comfortable on it. So this is something that he is going to have to work on moving forward. So there you go, guys. There's the end of the episode. And I really do think Brighton have signed a gem in Amario. He's got all the tools needed to be a huge presence in football. Dribbling skills out of this world. He's got good vision. His passing can somewhat do with a little bit of coaching and attention of detail, but the intentions and the volume he's passing at are clear to see. He's good at crossing. He's got good finishing ability. Again, just a little bit of tweaking. So he's a player that is incredibly raw, needs some fine tuning, but the potential is extraordinary. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until the next time, thank you very much for watching.